What's up? What's up, folks? Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. What's up? I'm going to be chilled today, but it's super, my most valuable alive ever. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you guys are going to enjoy my new shirt, but I have a confession to make. I'm not a beauty. I'm not a beauty. I am a... That's right. That's right. I said it. I'm admitting it. I'm confessing it. I'm no beauty, but I am a beast, y'all. I am a beast. I'm a super beast right now. And I'll tell you how I'm becoming hungrier by the day. Okay? Okay? Happy Friday. I was going to cruise in. Where are you guys? Why aren't you on here? Let's go. Come in. Come in. This is important. Probably catching you on the replay. So here we go. We're going to begin today by saying, how's that? Got a good angle here? How's the lighting? You got my good angle? I'm rambling for a reason. The gold lies within the rambling. We're good? I think we're good. Okay. So guys, here we go. Let me take a breath. I want you to take notes today. Are you going zig when everyone's going zig, or are you going zag when everyone's going zig? A lot of open doors that you may not be jumping into. So we're going to start like that. I think we're good. I think we're good. I have notes actually today. It's that important, okay? So, do you want results in what you're doing? Would you like results in what you're doing? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Who you're learning from is one thing. Who you are learning from is one thing. Let's start there. Would it not make sense to take business advice or business lessons? We're going business, y'all. My life is business. No time for fun. Business is fun, for the record. Come on in, and I'm going to get going right now. 2 minutes of ramble, and that's intentional. Mind you, it doesn't take much work for me to ramble. It just comes naturally. I'm a rambler, yo. I'm a rambling beast. Here we go. So, what I'm going to start with is, if you are taking business advice from someone, would it not make sense that they have what you want? Yeah, I think so, right? Okay. What are you looking at? What are you looking at from these people that you want to emulate? Would that be the word? Do you want to be like? What are you looking at? There we go. That's good. I'm going to start by saying, you're probably looking at the wrong things. You probably are. So, first things first, you got to find someone who has the results that you want. Fair enough? Pretty obvious, right? We're going to start there. With me, I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 examples. And one of the examples of someone I'm learning so much from right now. And I won't tell you who, but because that's not the purpose of this. I'll tell you, number 1 is Sam Ovens. Number 2 is Ty Lopez. Number 3 is Gary Vee. Number 4 is Grant Cardone. And for today, number 5 will remain unnamed. It's a girl. It's a girl. So yes, we have a girl in the picture. So she will remain unnamed. But at this moment in time, the stuff I'm learning from this female, it's beyond what I thought. No offense to the girl, if you know who you are. It's beyond what I thought I could learn from this person. It is. Why? Because I was looking at the wrong things. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? So, the best way I can phrase this is, when you're studying or observing or learning from someone who has what you want, we already identified that. They must have what you want. They must. Now, You're going to have to earn that right for people to listen to you. We're going to get into that when we talk about Tai Lopez a little bit with his toys, okay? With his toys. You know what I'm saying. We're going to get into that. Actually, we're going to go a little deep into Tai. We're going to go a little deep into all of them. So grab a coffee. This may be a long one. We're going to hit 20 minutes for sure today. Just warning you. I like doing that. 20 minutes for me, maybe 25, maybe half an hour. Because I'm really passionate about this because it's blowing my results out of the water right now. So pay attention to how they do things more than what they teach. I'm going to repeat that. I actually wrote it down and I underlined it. Pay attention to how they're doing things more than what they're teaching. You still want to listen to what they teach. You're going to grab some nuggets, but you're not going to grab what you're going to grab as much as if you're paying attention to what it is they're doing. By doing that, you're looking at the things that others aren't. People by nature are just going to do or listen to or pay attention to what they're teaching, their subject matter. That's good, but you probably know a lot of this stuff. A lot of business lessons are kind of obvious. Why are they where they are? Because of the way they're delivering their stuff, the way they're running their business. And I got to tell you guys, and I'm speaking about myself too, we don't necessarily share all that stuff. Harsh reality, right? We don't share a lot of our... It's not that they're ultra secrets. It's just that a lot of people are not ready to accept or to understand a lot of that stuff because they're not doing the basics. Does that make sense? And also, why would they give their secrets away for free? They're real ultra secrets. It's true. It's super true. They may hint at them. They may guide you to something to purchase. But at the end of the day, the real secrets, and let's be clear here, the real secrets do not work unless you've got some kind of fundamentals. They don't. You got to put out content in whatever niche you're in. Maybe I'll go through some basics a little later, but we got to get into why paying attention to what they're doing, how they do those things, opposed to what they're teaching. I'm glancing at my notes because I don't want to miss anything. This is changing my world. It's rocking my biz, y'all. How they do things. So here's a real, it seems like a labor intensive one, but it starts with the gold lying within the ramble. The gold really does lie within the ramble. I've noticed this a lot on a lot of the people I've mentioned, and I'm going to tell you what I found out. Okay, I'm just going to put it out there. What I found out from these people that most people are not picking up on. I know for a fact they're not picking up on them. So when somebody rambles on about something, the average person is going to scan through that or not pay attention to that. They'll be like, well, tell me how to retarget my ad. Where do I click? Where do I go? And then they're going to ramble on, some of them, well, a lot of them, and get into kind of like a zone of their own, and give away a lot of secrets that if you pay attention, you're like, ha ha, gotcha. Now I get it. Because I sat through 3 hours of Tai Lopez, I doubled my income last year, seriously. And I'm going to 10x it this year. I'll tell you what it is from Tai Lopez specifically. I'll tell you specifically what it is from Sam Ovens. I'll tell you specifically what it is from Gary Vee. I'll tell you specifically what it is from Grant Cardone. And I'll tell you specifically what it is from the new girl I'm following. The new woman. She's a woman. She's a leader. She's doing her thing. But I won't go too much into details because the lesson here is pay attention to what others are not paying attention to. So I'm gonna start with Sam Ovens. Sam Ovens is a guy, consulting.com. You're welcome, Sam. As if this traffic would even matter to you. Sam Ovens baffles me because he's a dungeon rat. He doesn't go to events. He does not do one-on-ones. He doesn't do any of that stuff. He basically, you could tell, he works in his pajamas. And he makes an effort to get a t-shirt on. And by the way, Sam, you should at least make sure your t-shirts are ironed or something. Bugging him. I'm jealous, but it's okay, because now I'm breaking down his system. Sam Ovens generated over $30 million last year, and it's going to grow in 1 year, by the way. 1 year. Okay, here's what he teaches. I said, pay attention to how they do things more than what they teach. What he teaches is amazing. His courses are great. It talks about all aspects of business. He talks about how the product is key, but there's a hidden agenda. Okay, let me see. Let me give you the gist of what he teaches. Teach people what you already know, and you'll make money from it by consulting with consulting services in general. But then he has a really good product because he talks about all aspects of business, including accounting, including all the aspects of business. And he really does focus on the quality of the product is the important thing, and marketing is not as important. Now, and he says that chatbots are not so important, and he says that funnels are not so important, yet he's using chatbots and he's using funnels. So why is he all about the product? I pay attention to the ramble, and I understand that, because I don't want to give anything away, but chatbots suck, funnels suck, but he's using chatbots, he's using funnels, he's using all the stuff that he says sucks. However, when he focuses on the product, he's like subconsciously telling the audience that his product is amazing, subconsciously. So he's saying, your product should be the best, because for me, my product, I put in my blood, sweat, and tears, and I don't bother with all that funnel and the chatbot stuff, because in the subconscious sales process, you're like, oh, he's right, the product is the best, but intertwined is him talking about how he commits all his energy to his product. So subconsciously, you want his product. These are little subtle things. But here's what I found with Sam, is that the guy is, well, he's an engineer, right? He's a systems guy. He brings consistent split testing to a whole other level. How do I know that? Well, I've got skills. I got access to his code. I reverse engineered it, and I'm like, oh, that's how he's doing that. That's how he's getting those conversions. So I applied my skills in programming and downloading code, whatever. We'll leave that one at that. But I dug in deep to why is he converting so much? How can he sell 2 courses and make $30 million a year? There's a reason. And it's not just blindly placing Facebook ads, folks. It's deeper than that. My point is, I took his courses. His courses are good, but the way he sells his courses is where the gold lies. And by looking at the things that are not obvious is what's changing my business. Does that make sense? I'm looking at what he's doing. I'll go back to my sentence. Pay attention to how they do things, including his top of funnel videos, y'all. Including, why is he talking about a book again? A book review again? Yeah, I'm looking at that. He's talking about a book review quite often. There's a reason he's talking about a book review. Why don't I talk about a book review? And what happens once I watch that video about the book review? Am I going to click on something? What's the process happening? That is what I focus on. Makes sense, right? If he's doing a lot of the same thing, there's a reason. So the best way to find that out, this is the harsh reality that people are not willing to invest themselves into, is you have to buy this stuff. You have to go through the funnels. I have advanced ways that I do it to download the code and see what's going on. And those are just proprietary to Marc Lalonde. So I can't teach you how to do that kind of stuff. But even without that, when you go through a whole sales process, remember, got to be someone that's succeeding. When you go through the whole sales process and you purchase the thing and you pay attention to how they do things, your world has changed. Your world has changed. Does that make sense? You're looking at what they're doing and how they're doing it. So Sam, I got to say it, his mastery of the system itself, the sales process through machines, through funnels and through chatbots, the things he says not to use, is incredible. And he's got consistent split testing. So he's always refining his process. That's Sam Ovens. That's what I look at him for. He's got what I want. I want 30 million or more a year. Well, I want 10, but he just made me think bigger. If he can do it, I'll be damned if I can't do it. There we go. Let's talk about Tai Lopez, my current favorite. My current favorite. Mind you, I'm getting more results by the girl that I'm following right now, because the girl is got a lot of skills that I was not aware of. I didn't even know they existed. They're real life skills, like really ninja stuff that nobody sees. I know for sure nobody's seeing her do her thing. They're not reading between the lines, which is kind of the point of this video. Tai Lopez. Audience monetization, guys. The guy cannot be touched. The guy cannot be touched on audience monetization. Yes, he's got a lot of followers and all that jazz, but he can actually monetize his numbers better than most. Joel Marriott would be the king at that. Joel Marriott, no one could touch that guy. Look him up. That guy, if he's got a list of 1 million people or 100,000 people, he's making X amount of dollars over and over again. And then you got social media influencers that don't make a dime. I'm not even kidding. They're relying on YouTube views. Come on. They don't know how to monetize their audience. So Tai Lopez is a genius at that. We won't go into Joel Marriott because he's kind of one of my, I probably shouldn't even have said his name. He's one of my little hidden secrets, one of my little hidden people I follow that I don't talk about, but I guess cat's out of the bag. I got many of those. But Tai Lopez, how does Tai Lopez do it? First of all, how does he get that massive audience? He's got commission breath, but it's working for him. $1 million days or $1 million days at the end of the day. $1 million days or $1 million days at the end of the $1 million day. He does them consistently. He does them when he wants. He does them when he wants to. He's got a huge audience. How did he get that audience? Again, because he can monetize it, it's powerful. I look at that, but I'm understanding how to monetize it because of Tai Lopez, the way he monetizes his audience. Again, it's a bit of a systems thing, but how does he get the attention continuing? No, how does he get his audience? And how does he get people buying his stuff? He uses toys. He uses toys. And that's what I found out because I was looking at the things that people are not looking at. People are looking at, I want Ferraris and mansions, so I'm going to get Tai Lopez's stuff. I'm like, I want what Tai Lopez has. So, and I want, the Ferraris and mansions is cool, but how is he using it? It clicked to me that that's why he is where he is because he uses Ferraris and mansions. If he didn't use that, do you think he'd get by on his looks? I don't think so. His knowledge is deep, but people are not going to watch his video unless he's got beautiful women, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and mansions. I hate to say it, but I don't hate to say it. I love to say it because I know that's his strategy. So, what am I doing? I'm paying attention to that. The use of toys. Is that what that's it. That's it. It's the use of toys. I'm a humble guy, okay? But I'm also a marketer. And I'm now in a position to acquire toys. That's just through hard work and grinding, but I've never been much of a fan of showing off toys. As a matter of fact, I'm mansion shopping right now. I don't know if you guys know. Some of you that follow me, like just my friends on Facebook, and that's fun to do, by the way, shopping for mansions. I want to be clear here, okay, guys? I'm going to probably purchase a mansion or rent it. I don't know yet. I'm weighing out the options. What's smarter? I got no problem with renting a mansion at all. Here, let me be clear about that. From me, it's a tool. It could be it's a tool. It worked for Tai Lopez and it works extremely well. Do I like Ferraris? I do. So there's a benefit to toys. I like toys, guys, but I was never much of a flashing toys. I think there's a way you can flash toys without saying, hey, here's my mansion, look at me, look at my Ferrari. You can do videos with your Ferrari, with your mansion, and you can be very nonchalant about it. They're just there. People are gonna be more interested. I know it's a little controversial, but Tai Lopez is controversial at times. Pretty people, fast, beautiful, multiple $100,000 cars and multi-million-dollar mansions. They get attention, and then people could listen to your message. That's what I'm learning from Tai Lopez. And for the record, my mansion shopping, the mansion's not as expensive. Those of you who have seen the castle I put up, it's not as expensive as you think. I don't know what you think that's worth, but it's not as much as you think. It's in the millions, of course, multiple millions, but it's not over 10 million bucks. It's actually less than 5 million bucks. So for those of you that think it's not possible, if you're earning 7 figures, depending how many multiple 7 figures, I'm gonna touch on this because I don't want you guys to think I'm like that when you see me in my mansions. It's not about that. It's also a business space, right? Because and this is a little off script, in my world, I plan on doing masterminds. I do, like Frank Kern does. He has people, he gets the, what does he have? Rolls Royce Ghost, pick people up at the airport, flies them in, clients, flies them in, brings them to his home. He's got rooms set up. He's got a boardroom set up in his home. He's got a pool. He's got all that stuff. For me, it's more entertaining clients that could stay with me for a full week and I could completely change their business with them. That makes sense? Like private masterminds. That's where I'm going to eventually go. And why rent a hotel room or rent a mansion if I could just have them stay at my home? It just makes more sense, doesn't it? It's a business expense. It's a nice one, but nevertheless, I will still be working in my dungeon. I'll pick one of the rooms and that'll be my dungeon. But it's just so much easier for where I'm going. So it's not about cockiness, but I'll be in there all the time. So walking around gets that attention. That's what I looked at in Tai Lopez. So what he teaches is valuable, but not as valuable as what he's doing. Let's go back to that line. Pay attention to how they do things more than what they teach. Gary V. What am I looking at from Gary V that others may not be looking at? He is an expert at attention hijacking. He is an expert at attention hijacking through retargeting. How does he do that? Free value all the time, always in your face. So basically, everything is free from Gary V. Everything is free from Gary V. And he gets your attention. If you could get someone's attention, if you can get someone to watch you 5 minutes a day, 20 times a month, you win. You win. You become a celebrity in their eyes. Period. It's got nothing to do with, and don't worry about monetizing that. I'm not getting monetization from Gary. You see, I'm getting pieces from everybody. I'm learning how to get your attention on multiple platforms on a regular basis. I'm far from having mastered it, but I'm getting that from Gary. So am I listening to his content? It's very repetitive. So it reminds me all the time. Sure, there's nuggets within the ramble, mostly within his ramble, actually. Mostly within his ramble. Same with all of these people. That's why I sit through all of it. But he doesn't sell courses. He provides free value. How does he get paid? Because we pay attention to him on a regular basis. That's what I'm looking at. How is he doing that? Okay? Once again, I'm going to repeat this a lot. Pay attention to how they do things more than what they do. Grant Cardone, oh my goodness, this guy is a sales master. This guy is a sales master. I was going to say, I don't know if he knows how good he is, but he does. Yeah, I think well, the results speak for themselves. Grant Cardone does it through the use of his questions. That's what I pay attention to. Again, people are like, okay, he says to say this script on a cold call. He says to do this. He says this is the value of money. Yes, that's what he teaches. But once again, pay attention to how they do things more than what they teach. Look at the way Grant Cardone asks questions. He'll jump right into an interview, ask the perfect question at the right time. I'm gonna give you guys a gift right now. Check out, should I? Who wants a gift? Who wants a gift? If I get enough yeses, I want a gift, I'm going to give you a gift, okay, right now. I'll guide you to an interview. If I get enough, I want a gift. I need at least 25. I want the gift. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you the gift. The gift is, check out the interview with Grant Cardone and Joel Marion. Okay? That's my gift to you. So Grant Cardone has a real knack at asking the right questions at the right times. So if he's interviewing someone, he'll jump right in. He won't, and he takes a lot of notes, and the notes he takes are he's formulating questions. So that's what I noticed from Grant, okay? I'm looking at that. Most people are not looking at that. Now let's get into the female I'm following. This girl, she a girl? She a girl or a female? No, she's a girl. I don't, it's not that I don't follow many girls. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. But my point is, this one person was always fascinated me in a way that she could get up to the top of things, and I never knew how she did it. I'm like, well, it must be because of who she knows, or what is there? What am I missing? Why could she just rock anything that I noticed? I followed her for a while, a couple of years, I'd say. And I've had to dig in because I work with her, kind of. Well, yeah, we're teammates for sure. But I had to dig in. I had to look at the situation. I had to analyze, reverse engineer. And she blew my mind. She blew my mind. I did not see her. It's no offense to her, but I did not see the genius that lied within. I didn't see it. I thought she maybe got lucky, but she kept getting lucky over and over again, and in ways that I did not understand. So now that I've been digging in, I'd say we've been chatting a little bit for a couple of months, and the things that she does, because I ask a lot of questions. I want to know some answers. I'm not going to give you guys any big secrets here, but it comes down to creating buzz and celebritization. That's all I'm going to say. I don't understand those things. I didn't. Creating buzz around something. And she's an expert. She's an expert. She actually, well, she's such an expert that when I tell her she's a genius, when she says, I'm no genius, I'm like, is she such of a genius that she's saying she's no genius and knows she's a genius? Or does she actually not know she's a genius? But she's a genius. Guys, I've been around the block. I can identify a genius. So those skills that she's using, of course I'm digging. They're the thing blowing my mind right now, probably because I was unaware of those strategies. So it's a lot of offline stuff. So merging those skills from this new person I'm following with what I already know, oh baby, the dots are connecting in a magical way. So with what I already know, and again, I'm looking at the things that nobody's looking at. I'm looking at the things, here we go. Pay attention to how they do things more than what they teach. And she's very under the radar. People don't know how smart she is. Well, I don't know, maybe they do. I didn't know how smart she was. It's a whole other level though. There's like a lot of, I don't want to get into it too much, but there's a lot of very skilled persuasion, but more than that, creating excitement and buzz around something. There's a way to do that. There's a way to do it on a very scalable way that scales. And this is why I'm so fascinated right now, because I'd say because I had no idea that was even a strategy. And it is a strategy. She's not getting lucky. She's like, I'm blown away. So with that being said, if I wouldn't have looked at the things that they were doing, the way they were doing things, she's probably one of the people that have it the most disguised. But again, she's just like, oh, I'm just doing my thing. I'm not doing anything. I'm like, oh, you know, you have to know what you're doing. It's too good. So with that being said, but among these things, there's a lot of traits that she has that allow her to execute in that way. Like she's a warrior. The words someone uses, pay attention to this, guys. The words you use are so, I don't want to go into a whole other topic, but the words, like I failed so bad yesterday, it sucked, instead of saying, well, I had a lot of challenges. That was an amazing opportunity for me to learn something. The words you use are everything. And she is a master at this stuff too. Upfront generosity, she's got it down. She's got it down. Again, is it sincere? I think it is. Well, it kind of has to be. Or it could be, but it works in business as well. And this happened to me. So much was given to me when I teamed up with her that I was like, why? That's like money. Why are you giving me money? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And I'm like, there's a strategy there. But I think it's a mix of it. Maybe it's not. She would claim it's just because it's the way she is, which is cool. But I'm like, it works because it worked for me and I produce more. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to just, this is something that I've been teaching. TWIT. Who knows what TWIT is? TWIT. Teach what I teach. Instead of doing what I teach what I teach. It'll get you much further. And that comes down to teaching what I teach. In order to teach what I teach, you have to, let's do it again, pay attention to how they do things more than what they teach, okay? Yes, we did over half an hour. Let me give you a little tip. If you'd like to contact these people to find out more. So, I mentioned Sam Ovens. Do I want to contact? Well, let me start with the female. I started connecting with this person and talking with them regularly, okay? To get more info, to get more intel, and because they're cool people, and I love all these people. I like Ty Lopez, I like Sam Ovens, I like Gary Vee, I like Grant Cardone, and I like this new person a lot because they're doing things that I respect, I admire, I look up to them for the things that they do that I can't quite do yet, okay? So it's not just about, give me your goods. I like these people for sure. Now, getting in touch with them is the whole other level. Because if you can have conversations with these people, now you're getting the real stuff. You want to listen to that ramble, right? So let me say this. How do you do that? Well, I'm communicating with the female, which is amazing. It's changing my whole business. I can say that right now. It's changing my whole business. It's like, I'm going to say 100. It's going to 100x my business from what I'm learning from this person. That much. And it's about connecting the dots on what I already knew. Now, Sam Ovens, Ty Lopez, Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, I will meet them, guys. Don't even worry about that. I will be their friends. How do you do that? Number one, you got to prove yourself. You have to prove yourself. This girl wouldn't be talking to me if I didn't prove myself. Like in a new company, I had to crush it. Hello, I'm here. Can we connect? Same with Gary Vee. Hello, I've arrived, Gary. Would you like to interview me? Same with Sam, Ty, Grant, all of these people. You got to prove yourself, number one. Number one. Thumbs up, number one. Number two, You have to provide them with something of value. You have to anyways, even if you've proven yourself. You don't say, look at me, I made $10 million last year. Would you like to interview me? No. You do that, and then you say, this is what I have to offer you. As a matter of fact, I have a university going, Gary, just dropping it, and I'd love to feature your videos on there daily. It would be my pleasure. And just leave it at that before you ask. Make sense? So prove yourself first. Don't contact these people if you're not proving yourself, y'all. They don't have time. They don't have time. You gotta prove yourself. Figure it out. How do you figure it out? Pay attention to how they do things more than what they teach. Okay, guys? 35 minutes, way too long. I'm going to leave you with this. Guess what I'm going to leave you with? Pay attention to how people who have what you want do things, how they do things, more than only what they teach. Have an amazing Friday, everybody. And I'm tuning out. 35 minutes, 36 minutes is good enough. It's been a long one. Super valuable, though. It'll change your way of looking at things, and it'll connect a lot of freaking dots, and you're going to go that away, okay, instead of staying this away. Have an awesome Friday, and I'll see you guys on social media. Bye-bye now.